Hi, welcome to Cantripped. As per usual, my name is Jamie. I'll be your host and DM, and here is my party.
Hello, I'm Art.
Hi, I'm Beck.
Hi, I'm Connor.
Hi, I'm Ben.
Last time on Cantripped, we got to Makkoryn after our journey, met Dan's cousin, Elle. Dan almost got killed by Dan's cousin, Elle, which she's justified for, in my professional opinion. It's okay, she just needed some time to cool off. We're chill now. And now we're in Makkoryn.
Yay!
And I believe that Connor and or Dan mentioned that he would like to spend some time in Makkoryn and not
I
just
would like to say a
leaving it.
little bit, if we could. I want to spend time with my cousin, the one that's not Rowan.
Your actual cousin.
I don't want to spend 10 bajillion years on downtime, but if we want to kind of, like, I don't know, condense, we can talk about, like, the highlights of each day. Do we know exactly how many days?
Oh, I don't know if I don't think I had a specific amount of days in mind. I think in my mind it was as many days as it would take us to just like do things downtime. So maybe like
Okay.
three-ish days. Does 3 days sound
Okay.
good to people?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I think Rowan
Okay.
would spend a decent chunk of that time being like looking for knife things, you know, like weird knife
I
things.
thought you were going to say being gay.
I also thought you were
Me
gonna say
too,
being
I
gay
was-
with Judith.
Also that I can multitask.
So we got like a couple of things that I overlined with you guys that we can do in Makkoryn, which is like we went to the library and caused mayhem already. We have the town like market area, which isn't necessarily like a place to go and do research, but is a place to go that might have some information on like as far as like some of the magic vendors there, perhaps. And we have the hospital area that is in this town, which is probably going to be pretty similar to the one in the village.
Would there be any chance, because I know I failed the rolls to figure out what the hell kind of magic is on this knife, right?
Yeah.
Even though I'm pretty sure I know what it does, but Rowan doesn't. But would there be, because you mentioned like a hospital, would there be anyone like in the hospital vibes who might know? Because I think she knows like knife slash things die. Like, I don't,
Yeah.
would there be anybody at the hospital who would know anything? Because that could be something we could.
It's typically
check
how knives work.
Shut up!
I was
You
so
know what I
delayed,
mean.
Connor.
I was waiting for Beck to stop speaking, so I wasn't like cutting in, but I was like,
Shut the hell up. I know that's how knives work. I'm saying this one's a little bit better at it than most other knives. But yeah, if people have other ideas, we could do those as well. That's just where my brain goes, is hospital.
Capital.
I feel
Hospital.
Hoppado.
okay.
Yeah.
So day 1, or technically day 2 in Makkoryn, we are getting up and going to hospital first thing.
Yeah, sure.
hospital.
Hospital. Okay. Hospital. So y'all wake up, presumably puts around a little, get breakfast, wait for everybody to wake up on their own, unless you are waking up at the ass crack of dawn to go to the hospital.
Dan's being so accommodating. Dan's making everyone food. Dan's
Yum.
pulling so much weight around the house to make sure that Elle is not having a hard time having guests over.
He does the cooking and the
Aw.
cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
He's
He's cooking, he's cleaning.
Does he have an apron?
Does he have an apron?
For flavor, yes. Let's say he has an apron.
Like, Neff had the Kiss the Chef apron. What do you have?
As I like to think that like
Kiss the folktale hero.
it is. It's one of Elle's aprons, so it probably has like a very sapphic pun on it that does not fit Dan. That does not suit Dan, but
Oh my god.
I'm just picturing, for some reason, the only apron I can picture him in is the please do nothing to the chef.
Okay, Tumblr, get on it. That
Perfect.
one. I'm kidding.
Oh
I'm kidding.
god.
I want to see the sapphic puns that people
I
can
know.
come up
Yeah.
I love the sapphic puns.
What if I Google apron with sapphic pun? What will come up?
lesbian apron. What comes up?
No, it's just an apron that just says lesbian across the
Just
front.
an apron that says
That's
lesbian.
what I'm
with. There's one that
expecting.
says she ate.
She ate. I see an apron here that says lesbians eat what with cat whiskers on it.
Hospital.
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 Okay, as you get out of the house, something will catch your eye on your way to the hospital, which is we've discussed how fantasy newspapers exist in this world because, yeah. So the Makkoryn has kind of like started putting up their headline for the day, and on like a newspaper stand. So there's a little kobold newsboy who will run up to you waving a newspaper. Could everyone roll me perception?
Oh my god, Nat 1. Jesus
7.
fucking
I got
Christ.
2.
A 1, 2. Hit me with a 3, guys.
Somebody get a 3 real quick so we can bring it around town.
Dirty 20.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, good.
This is fun.
At least Neff has eyes.
So the rest, Rowan and Kieran are not even. They don't even notice that there's the newsboy. Nothing's happening.
We're hanging out with Tortellini. Tortellini's doing some really good spins, and we're like, yeah.
He's doing some spins, and Kieran's
Sick
showing
flips
Rowan.
happening right now.
Dan will probably notice the newsboy and then just kind of like brush it off. Neff, you're the one who manages to catch a look at the headline
Oh no.
as this news is being pitched to you. And what this headline says is major power shifts in viewing. And if Dirty 20, you kind of get a closer look at this article, the second headline just under the front page text is Queen pronounced dead. Crown Prince returned to make first statement as king.
Oh shit.
Forgot about that.
How do I break this news?
Do
How
you
how
break
do
the
I-
news?
I mean, I've
I feel like you can't not.
You
Exactly.
cannot,
I'm like,
but-
okay. I think. Do I need to buy one of these newspapers?
Presumably, yeah.
I want to buy one.
Would you try? I mean, okay. I was gonna say, you're gonna try and steal it from this little kobold boy?
I mean, me personally, I know that Neff has the stat block, and in my heart and soul, I could weasel my way in and out because I'm slay like that. But no, I'm gonna do the good thing and buy one.
Okay.
Neff saw Newsies. He treats the newsboys nicely.
Yeah,
It's like 1 copper to get a newspaper.
yeah. It's so little.
And he'll hand it to you.
Okay, thank you. And he takes it off the newsboy. I think Neff's gonna turn back to the group, unfold the main headline, and kind of show it. He's gonna kind of hold it up to the rest of the group so that they can read it. And I think he's gonna follow it with kind of like, I'm so sorry. I thought you ought to know.
Me off renegade forgetting that I should be sad about this. Hold on. Let me get
Let me just conjure up some sad really quickly.
violently starts us off.
Get the fake tears.
Kieran will
To be fair, she's a bitch.
True.
In your defense.
In my defense. In Kieran's defense. I think he will take the paper, perceive it. And honestly, I think due to the conversation he had recently with Eudora, he's got some complicated feelings where he doesn't quite feel sad so much as is like stressed about what this means. Maybe a little freeing, but that feels bad to feel that way. But he can't articulate any of these words. I don't know if he knows how to word those feelings in his little brain. I think Kira just kind of nods solemnly and like takes the newspaper and like folds it up really tiny, as small as it can be, and gives it to Tortellini, who like disappears into his cloak to hide it somewhere in whatever pocket they've haphazardly sewn.
Are we sure he's hiding it and not eating it?
That's a problem for Tortellini and only Tortellini. Kieran knows it happened either way.
Tortellini is like, newspaper made you sad? I'll
I
take care
eat
of
it.
this.
I'll take care of it, Pookie. Don't you worry about it. And Kieran's like, did you just
I
eat?
eat it.
And you know what? It solves the problem.
Chomp chomp snack now.
He's done. Let's just go like quietly try and put a hand on Kira's shoulder. If they shrug it off, he's not gonna like keep trying.
No, I don't think shrugs it off. It's just kind of like I think unresponsive, like unreactive, more so.
You all right, Key?
Yeah, I'm fine. Where are we going? Capito? We should do that.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're sure,
Mm.
we can keep heading to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
I think Rowan kind of exchanges like maybe a look with Dan. Like, are we sure that this? Are we just gonna keep going? Like,
Dan's gonna buy another copy of that newspaper, just
just
to
in
tuck away in
case,
his bag, just in case.
just in case that one is currently being eaten.
Well, that's depressing.
Yeah, well, surprise,
Wait.
grandma's dead. Surprise, your grandma dead.
Grandma.
Grandma.
My Mimo.
Not Mima. Oh my god. Okay, so we're continuing on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so,
Yeah.
If Kieran's shut down, I don't think there's any point in trying to push it.
yeah, I don't think we need to like.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's like the kind of thing where I don't think there's anything to say about it that Kieran would say right now to these people of like, they are my friends, but they don't know the intricacies of how this woman f***ed up my life. And
Fair
I
enough.
don't want to
Yeah.
get into that right now. I think we've done a lot of my family bullshit. I don't
You
want to
don't-
burden people with more of my stuff. And he's just like, I'm going to be quiet.
I don't want to get into therapy on the street.
I wanted to get into therapy. Yeah.
We kind of picked up on the fact that Kieran's family kind of shitty to Kieran. I feel like we maybe get that, like, oh, we don't
need to we don't need to dig further into the fact
Yeah.
that his family sucks. We got it, right? We got it. And I think Kieran
Yeah.
feels like he's dragged them far enough along. He's like, I'm gonna hold this one in my chest
This one's
Mhm.
mine.
until I need to unpack it later.
I'm gonna keep all my emotions.
We're not in viewing. That's a viewing problem.
I'm gonna keep all my emotions right here, and then one day I'll
Day.
die.
No.
One day I die, and it'll be that. Yep.
So the Makkoryn hospital, I said it's going to be pretty similar to the one in the village. It's bigger. There's more people in Makkoryn. Not a whole lot more, but more. As you get in here, you're going to like kind of walk through the front doors, which I talked a little bit about Makkoryn architecture, I think, where a lot of it is like built into cliff faces and like up in earthen buildings, and none of it goes up very high, and it's more likely to go underground than it is above ground. Kind of vibe. So you get to this like hospital, and it's sort of like military base entrances where they just
Yes.
look like a big lump on the ground,
Mhm.
and you kind of like go down a
Mhm.
couple steps to the door, and you can tell that there's a lot more to this building, and you walk in, it looks way bigger than it does on the outside. You know this
Mhm.
type of building?
Taught
Yes.
us all.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of how it feels walking into this hospital, where it's not like modern day our hospital where there's hallways or things, and you walk in, there's a front desk, and right behind it you can see sort of like booths and tables and beds and everything rolling around, but there's a little bit of separation between you and going straight into the hospital. So there will be kind of like a front desk person, a tiefling.
Valvy again.
Wait, I didn't even.
Nurse Joy.
There's joy.
I didn't even think about that. No. Sorry.
No.
Damn.
And he'll go. Hello. How can I help you?
Hi. Are y'all like super busy right now? Because I don't want to be like wasting your time with something that's not life or death if you've got shit going on.
Oh no. We're doing okay.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. What? How can we help you?
Cool. Do you have anyone here who specializes in like just a clarification, Jamie. Last time we found that book in the library,
Yes.
that told us that whatever this is really old, right? That's what we learned from
Ye-
that? It's like really old and strange.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And it
That book would take some more time to mull over if we
Okay.
want to take that time later.
probably will, but for now it's just it's old as
For now.
like
yes.
we know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have anyone who sort of specializes in like ancient like anything ancient magic wise?
I mean, not specifically. Is there a specific ailment that you are referring to? I can just like get a doctor to help you. But
No, it's nothing. It's nothing I got.
specifications are more like piercing versus slashing, kind of.
Yeah, that's fair.
We're hoping to find some information on some curse-like ailments. Just figured, someone might be able to help us out with that.
Yeah, sure. I can see what doctors are available to see you. Here, let me show you to a room. And by room, he means chair with curtain around it.
Okay.
But he'll like get you out of the like lobby waiting area and then
Cool.
rush off to go find a doctor.
Cool.
After a minute or so of waiting, somebody will kind of like knock on the wall. Like the kind of sarcastic when the door's already open, but you knock anyway to get attention before walking in kind of thing.
Jesus, only a minute? I wish. That's incredible for a hospital.
Makkoryn healthcare is 10 out of 10.
It's the best I've ever heard of. I think
You
if
got
they
that
come
going
in,
for
that
us.
is the first thing Rowan says is just, "My God, that was fast."
Trying to hold back having Dan flirt with every person they
Oh,
interact
not
with.
again.
I'm like, no, I can't. Because everyone they interact with has been tieflings, and I feel like it's going to set a bad example.
It's funny as fuck.
You have a type.
It's good.
The doctor, who is a minotaur.
Oh, hell yeah.
Jamie.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, Jamie. Really? I'm looking at you, Jamie.
I don't know anything about minotaurs. I don't know what you could possibly be implying.
Mhm.
Who is a minotaur will like kind of lean and like move around the curtain, so he's not like opening the curtain but kind of moving the curtain out of the way so you can step around it so it still closes behind him. And it's kind of a more dramatic gesture than you would think because he's got to move wide to get it around his horns. Very tall minotaur man with long hair that's pulled back. And he'll go, "So I hear we're looking for some information on curses. Is that correct?"
I think so. I hope so. Because if it's not a curse, I don't really know what's going on.
Are one of you cursed?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we're good. I did say, I hope someone passed on to you that I did say at the beginning of this that, like, no one's dying. This is just, we're not
Okay,
sure where to get info.
I was told sometimes I've heard that from people who were definitely dying, if you know what I mean. So I just wanted to be sure.
Oh.
You know, so just glad we clarified. This is not super urgent, but I'm here to help, here to lend any information I may have. What is the issue?
I found this knife, and I'm gonna say that before I pull it out, so nothing happens.
Okay, yeah.
We found this knife, and we're trying to figure out what it does because it attuned itself to me without me doing anything.
Okay.
I didn't do it. All I did was touch it, and all of a sudden, I guess it's mine now, and I'm a bard, so I know that ain't natural.
He'll be like, can I? And kind of reach out for it.
Yeah, sure. I'll hand it over to him.
Big ass hands holding this little itty bitty knife. He's kind of turning it back and forth.
I feel like one day Jamie is going to make me regret just casually handing this knife over to people. but
Who said that?
until that day,
I didn't say that.
until that day, I'm going to keep doing it.
Okay. And he'll kind of turn it back and forth and go, you said it attuned to you without
Yeah.
no prior interaction with
Nope.
the weapon?
As far as I remember, I've never seen that thing before, so just...
You've never seen this thing. Now, I've heard of occasionally something like this can be, not something like this necessarily, but very powerful magical objects can sort of remember a bloodline. Would anyone in your family happen to have interacted with this magic item?
Jamie.
How you gonna answer that question, Beck?
You know, she can answer truthfully for this, actually.
Mhm.
I'm not sure.
Okay,
Maybe,
yeah.
maybe not.
That's fair. And I mean, I don't know, the stronger the spell, it could, if it's strong enough, it could remember several generations back, and most people wouldn't have an idea what utensils their great grandmothers were using or anything like that. So that's not necessarily a foolproof answer for you. Could be something to look into as far as why it attuned to you specifically. I don't know, you probably know this, but it's very old. This is
Yeah, I guess I was curious if anyone here would know anything about something this old, because we did look into a few things, and everything we could find was just this is old, and like that was pretty much all we got.
yeah. I wonder if you do find places that have records of magic as far back as this, please come back and let me know, because it seems very few and far between. But I can tell you somewhat of what I know is about a spell similar to this. Not a spell similar to this, but magic this old would have. It has to be very strong to have lasted, because spells cast on objects have a lifespan.
Mm-hmm.
The magic has to be real long for that lifespan to last a while. I would have to wager, based on this, that whatever spell it had on it is probably not as strong as it once was, if anything. I realize that I'm handling something that's probably very historical and important to you casually. It probably, if I had to guess, very few spells would still be working at this age. So I don't think you have too much to worry about as far as it being dangerous or magically unpredictable from my experience.
Okay, cool.
If something unpredictable were to happen, are you the best person around town to talk to about it?
If something magically unpredictable that harms someone were to happen, yes. If something magically unpredictable that I guess that would be the biggest thing in order to contact me. Our royal guard handles threats typically, so if you are causing a threat to someone,
That wasn't intended as a threat. I should clarify.
I just will let you know, if you are intending to cause harm with a magic object, that is beyond my.
No, I meant
He's a mandatory reporter.
that is the words that I was looking for. Yes, thank you.
If we needed to contact you, do you have like a number or
Connor?
like, how do we, that's not a flirty. That's just genuinely being like, how do we contact this guy?
He's
I don't
like,
think we call your name. That's an interesting name you got there, fuck.
Yeah.
I forgot it. I literally just looked it up and I forgot it immediately.
Dr. What is this, a bad porn?
No.
Jamie, I am so sorry. No matter what name you say, this man will be cemented in my brain forever.
Doctor.
I'm so sorry.
Well, I've ruined it now. He's gonna go, oh yeah. Well, my name is Fenke, but any of the doctors here would be able to help you if you did have an emergency. I'm here pretty often, not all the time, but coming back here is a pretty good way to get in contact with me. I don't know. Do you want my home address? What do you mean?
No, we don't need that.
No, this wasn't implying like after hours or anything.
I mean, I wouldn't complain.
Neff?
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
Welcome to Cantripped, where we flirt with everything that has legs.
I think he wouldn't hear that.
That's not necessarily a requirement.
You said you think he wouldn't hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna roll perception for him. The other option is just he hears it. Oh, okay. He rolled pretty high. So you like mutter that, and he'll like shoot you a look out of the corner of his eye, and he's like, "I'm sorry. I'm trying to apply."
Sorry, just a slip of the No, just a slip of the tongue. That was
Okay,
never said.
alright,
I didn't say anything. What are you talking about?
It's quite all right. It's quite all right, sir. Thank you.
He's trying to work. We can't.
What my companion means is just someone as talented in the medical field as you.
Oh my God,
I'd
he's still going.
like to have. So
Yes, quite useful.
I think he's quietly handed the knife back to Rowan. He's like, all right,
I'm sorry.
no, it's quite all right. It's quite all right. Thank you. I'm trying to apply my knowledge of physical curses or spells on the body to a knife. It's not exactly my specialty, but I do know that a spell like this, I can't read runes this old. Most people can't, but I have seen some things like this before. And a spell like this, I would say be careful trying to reactivate it or play with it too much. I know you and he'll like I said he handed it back to you. He'll probably like point out and be like, if you see this character in the spell, and point out a specific spot of it and be like, this character is repeated in some of the oldest forms of necromantic magic, spells like that. I can't say like this specific part of this spell says this, but I know I recognize this character from necromantic magic, and it is from spells that will do you harm. But the rest of this, I mean, it's not intelligible in any language of spell we currently know. I pride myself on my ability to read some runes that might, go over some other people's head.
Mm-hmm.
And this goes over my head.
Okay, well, and it should so randomly attuning itself to me though is that shouldn't be. I shouldn't be dying in like 5 days or some shit. But...
No. As far as I can tell, you look perfectly healthy, perfectly well, and that should not be any cause to be concerned. It is a sign of strong magic. I advise you to be careful. I do want it to stay that way as far as you being healthy and well.
Okay.
I would say talk to your family if that is a thing that you can do.
Sure.
But did she say that? Was that a Beck comment or a Rowan comment? Out of curiosity.
Yeah, that'll be a Rowan. Sure, why not?
Okay, he's like, oh no, listen. I'm not trying to. I get it. And obviously, your family. If that is the reason behind this, then I don't know what kind of people you're related to. But yeah, don't let me tell you what to do. I'm just saying that's one of the reasons that I've heard this happening previously, and I wish you luck.
Thank you for taking time out of your probably busy schedule to answer some questions about a knife. So
No problem. No, yeah, you guys are lucky you caught us on a less busy day.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If there were people like actively dying, like I would have been like, you know what? I'll come back on a different Tuesday.
Well, I appreciate that, ma'am. Thank you very much. If you do need anything, feel free to come by anytime.
Sure thing. Thank you.
All right.
I guess we're done.
You have a good one now.
Thank you, Dr. You're gonna have to bleep so much.
This entire conversation is just one extended bleep. Well, I just got answers I didn't want. Wonderful.
Been a fun trip for family drama.
Really.
Everyone's getting to this point of like, I'm not gonna press. You got family shit going on. And we go to the next person and we're like, I'm not gonna press. You seem like you got family shit going on.
We're never gonna figure out anything in this campaign because all of us are gonna go look at each other and go, I'm not gonna press.
I don't wanna push you in a realm you're uncomfortable with him, but what's going on?
Anyway, we hospitaled.
We
did it.
hospitaled. Okay, I feel like that would not take much time out of your day.
Could I relay what we just learned to Juniper if she's not there? Is she there?
You didn't specify that she was there, so I assumed she was not, and she was doing other things.
I'm gonna be so real, y'all. I keep forgetting that my girlfriend is here.
I also keep forgetting that your girlfriend is here.
My girlfriend is here. And suddenly I remember, like, oh, fuck, where is she?
No, yeah. So yeah, you meet back up with Juniper and relay all of that information. Are we doing market?
Sure.
Market.
Market. Okay.
Buy things.
If there are things you're specifically looking to buy to restock on, you can pretty much find them somewhere in the market. As far as like vibes, as you guys are walking into this marketplace, it's very cute. I would say that Makkoryn is like their marketplace is more bustling, whereas in like Viewin, you guys would be familiar with, they have like market stalls in a market area that was busy when you saw it for the coronation, but it is not like the main center of shopping. If you're going shopping in Viewin, you go to the shopping district and you go like store to store more typically. But in Makkoryn, most people will make their living in this little market center. So it is packed, bustling, loud and raucous and fun. There's street musicians playing throughout, and it is packed, busy, very fun vibes. One of my favorite details about Makkoryn, or just like about the kingdoms in general, is their like art scene. I think is fun.
Ooh.
In Makkoryn, they, since so much of their exports are earthen based, there is a like huge pottery scene. I don't know if that's something that your characters would care about, but it's something that I care about. So
It is something that Rowan would care about.
good. Good.
I think Dan finds it neat. I don't think he has like particularly strong emotions about it.
Hand built and wheel pottery are big things in Makkoryn. You can find like artists who are selling like things, or just like potters who are just selling straight up like stacks and stacks of hand thrown bowls and things like that.
Ooh.
Are you guys looking for anything at this market in particular?
I don't think so.
Oh, so maybe just like necessities and things.
I think Neff just wants to look at things.
Like, I mean, we're planning to leave again, aren't we?
Yeah, I
So
was gonna say like
we could be like, just
supplies,
food.
necessities.
Yeah,
Yeah.
food.
Dan might stock up on like his leatherworking things, stuff like that.
You will definitely find that easily.
Can I sort of drag Kieran over to look at the cool pottery? Because if Kieran's been like silent, like upset silent,
Kieran's normally draggable.
yeah, I want to drag him over to the pottery, like, because obviously Kieran, you're not saying anything about like the situation, but I feel like Rowan would still be like,
Everyone is aware that
Rowan zoomed in on
this
him.
is probably, they're probably having a bad time.
You know what this kid needs?
Let's go take him to look at something cool.
Pottery.
Pottery.
This kid needs battery. And Kieran's like, oh
Pottery.
my god, battery.
I think you'll find like artists who are actively like have their wheels set up in their little booth, and you can like kind of watch them throw and work on something.
I'm picturing Kieran like face pressed up against glass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tail going a little bit as this guy throws.
It is Kieran Court. He's like, wait, hold on, I'm very invested actually.
And it'll be like when people will stop to look, the pot that they're working on suddenly gets more extravagant. They'll be throwing just like a plain bowl, and then you'll stop and suddenly the bowl will get taller and more dramatic and harder to throw normally as pottery, and they'll kind of start showing off a little.
I love that.
I love it here.
Fun.
Can we take a pottery class?
You
In
have a pottery
canon.
class.
Yeah,
Roll
can I
for
take
pottery.
canonically? Can we take a pottery class? Is that a thing? We
Oh,
don't have to role play it.
definitely.
I just think like it'd be kind of fun if we like.
That's what we do with the day.
That's what we're doing over here, like in this corner, is that we are in fact doing one of those instructions.
I actually love that idea.
Set up for a wine pottery class.
Yeah.
Yes,
You guys have time to kill.
yes, we're bringing Kieran to a take your mind off things pottery class.
To wine and sip, but it's just a little pottery class.
We don't have to roleplay it, but how does everyone do in a pottery class?
Oh
Like
my
a beginner
God.
level pottery class.
Okay, what are we making mugs? Or are we making
Bowls.
I would say a bowl is a basic
Bowl?
level pottery
Okay.
expectation.
I recently took like a pottery class, but not pottery, but like with messing with clay, and we made silly little animals. And they
love
came
that.
out
I love that.
unhinged. Some were very good and some were deeply unhinged. But I think Kieran makes like 3 itty bitty bowls. Like he's supposed to make like a big bowl, but he makes several small bowls that can hold small objects.
Good.
I think Rowan's is like, oh, it's a bowl. It's okay. It's not like brilliant, but like like one of those things where like, oh yeah, if she had like a bit of practice under her belt, she'd be pretty decent at this.
We could start a new life and just sell bowls.
You know, that wouldn't be a bad idea. You and me, Key. Bowls.
Bowl.
Bowls.
We sell
Definitely.
bowl now.
So, does tortellini get in the bowls?
Oh my god, tortellini is in the bowl. Tortellini fits in that
Kieran's
bowl.
clay has little tortellini paw prints all over it.
Yeah, it also, I feel, if you imagine, right, you make a bowl and you put
Mhm.
little holes in it, and then it's a little outfit.
Shut up.
Yes!
You gave
Did you
tortellini
guys-
a turtle shell?
Give him a turtle shell.
Oh my
He has
god.
+1 armor now. So
You know what? That's
beefy.
legal. Do that. Write that down.
Yes!
Tortellini is wearing a little pot,
Oh
and
my
he is so safe.
god.
I-
Art, I'm
I
gonna give
am-
you DM inspiration for this pottery
Oh
class
my
idea because I
god.
am eating it up and you're having
Shut
a
up.
great time.
I love this pottery class. It's so
I'm
slay.
staring at the fan artist. I need art of tortellini in his little turtle shell.
I don't know if this is just the side of TikTok that I'm on, but there was a TikTok I saw of like an artist who would like throw like vases but then hold up her cat and have like the wheel spinning at a really slow speed and then the cat would like bat and claw at it and there's like paw prints.
I've seen
I
this.
have seen that.
Oh,
I have seen
that.
it. Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
I
I'm
know.
picturing.
It's whimsical.
Correct.
That is so whimsy.
I want to know how Dan and Neff do at this pottery class.
That's what I was about to say.
I was gonna say I feel like Dan might actually be pretty good at it. Like he does a lot of like not recently, but he's done a lot of like earthenwork and like there's a lot of precise things to like the leather working and the shaping of leather that he's probably just experienced with both the shaping aspect and the materials from working in the mines a little bit. That he's probably pretty decent at it.
I love
Yeah.
that.
I think he makes a bowl. Like he's
He makes a bowl.
He makes a
Mhm.
bowl.
I think. Okay, listen. Me personally, I believe
Mhm.
Neff would have the dexterity to be good at clay throwing and wheel stuff. Like I think he'd like pass in a pottery class. However, for comedic effect, I think it'd be funny as hell if he was absolutely terrible at it.
He's too distracted that Dan's too good at it.
He sees Dan doing good and he's like, oh, gotta be good too. And he stuffs up his own stuff.
Neff's over here like, oh, he's good with his hands. Oh no.
That's
That's what I
exactly
was gonna
what
say. I didn't want to say that, but
deciding whether or not I was gonna say that.
I mean, shit, I wasn't the one to say it, but maybe.
I think I'm projecting a little bit too because I think that working with pottery is one of the hottest things. Like, holy shit.
Okay, yeah. So it's not just me. Yeah, okay. We're shaking
I don't
hands.
know.
no, I get what you mean. I was gonna. You know what? I don't think we need to go in depth on this
No,
forward.
now Anyway.
Anyway,
Anyway, pottery class.
Pottery class. Cute. I love that. Bonding.
Definitely not trying to distract from horrible family news that
No,
some of
no,
us
no.
may have just
No.
discovered.
Can't think about
not
that
at
when you're
all.
making a little turtle shell.
I like to think that
Nope.
this is a conversation that they're having in character, where all of them are doing pottery, and they're like, pottery kind of like
Pottery kind of and they
Does
all
the
and they
instructor hear that?
the
Yeah.
instructors like listening as these 4 randos are like, actually, it is kind of really hard the way.
Guys being dudes. Dudes being gay.
all the choking noises that are happening.
My mouth was full.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay. We left pottery class, so I will say that is a day.
Sure.
I feel like that was a whole day, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doctor market thing.
Doctor, market, pottery class, as you do.
And I will Connor, you said Dan bought a second copy of the newspaper, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Are you taking another look at that?
Yeah. If they've got some downtime, he'll glance over it.
Okay. So the newspaper doesn't specify exactly what happened. It just says that like the last time we heard from the queen was at the coronation, and speculations say that she's been out of it since the coronation. Has after these couple of weeks succumbed, and she died peacefully. But the funeral is supposed to take place the day after next. There will be a funeral, a private funeral, and public memorial held for the queen. In Viewin, Aurelius is supposed to make his first statement as king at that public memorial. Heavy.
I don't think we're gonna make it back for the funeral. Not unless we find a way to travel real far, real fast. This is a Connor thought, not a Dan thought. He's not saying that. He's just
teleportation, revolutionizing. I don't think we're that cool in D&D. There's a point in D&D where that can be a thing. We're not that cool, and none of us are a wizard.
None of us can make a big straight portal.
It's so sad.
Unfortunately.
I know. I'm changing my class. I want to be a wizard.
Wizard?
I must make a portal.
Change my class. I want to be God. Can I do that?
I would like to have 9th level spells.
Right now.
Connor, you said you wanted Dan and Elle to have a chat. Do you want to do that now?
Sure, we can do that now. And kind of.
I feel like after the first day of wandering around in Makkoryn.
Yeah. Let me. I had a thing written down for what he was gonna say, but I don't know. Where is it? There we go. I found it. It's pulled up. Yeah, I feel like maybe like when Elle gets home from work, I'd imagine Elle gets home from work late because they're in the mines.
Yeah.
Then maybe people are like spread around the house just kind of doing things, and Dan's maybe trying to like clean up, and he just kind of sounds over there. It's like, I was gonna let you know I went back to Penshaw on the way here. We passed through, so I sort of saw how.
Oh, Dan.
Yeah, it's not as bad as I thought, I guess.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it helped having people around, but I don't know, I guess.
That's good. I'm glad you weren't passing through there by yourself.
Yeah. I just know that we didn't really talk about it much once I showed back up.
No, I don't want to push. Do you want to talk about it now?
I mean, I don't really know what there is to talk about. It happened, and they're gone, and it's gone. And I think I just sort of was hoping that if I avoided it, it would feel less like that. And then I got there, and it didn't really change anything. So it also just kind of put into perspective that I'm glad that you didn't give up on me that first time. So I guess I wanted to say thanks.
You being all sappy. Oh my god. I would never give up on you.
Listen,
As long as you don't give up on me, I'm not giving up on you.
That sounds like a pretty good deal. I'll take that. That sounds like a plan. Just yeah. It's nice being back for a little bit, and I'm sorry if I have to leave in a bit soon.
If you'd let me know where you're going this time, and keep in touch.
Yeah, I'll let you know when I'm leaving this time.
Please.
It's yeah, that's I really fucked up there. Actually, I think yeah.
No, every time I know sometimes you get these tips, you hear these things, and you gotta go. But Dan, I worry about how you get when you're chasing these things. Even if it was a tip that you were fully within your rights to follow through on, I worry about your soundness of mind. I know that if you leave, you might get the information you're looking for, and that would be worth it to you, but it's not worth me losing you for you to answer these questions.
Yeah, I know, and I think after this last time, I'm sort of starting to realize maybe it's not worth as much as I have managed to build without that information.
I am so glad to hear you say that.
I'm glad. I guess I've sort of held all of that by myself. I guess I never really considered that it means anything to anyone else. But
I can't say I want the answers. I want them dead. I want revenge. I can't say I want it as bad as you do, but I support that, and I know what that means to you.
Yeah,
and I want that for you. And I might not understand exactly what you're going through, but I am here for you, and I don't want to lose you.
Thanks, Elle. I don't want to lose you either, especially not through any fault of my own. So he's gonna give her a hug if she'll let him.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's awkward about it, but he'll like offer up the hug.
Dude, I care
Yeah,
about them a
finish
lot.
it.
I care about
I
them a
care about
lot.
them
I
a
care
lot.
about them
I
a
gotta
lot.
I gotta finish up the canon fix for them. I gotta. The canon fix makes me emotional because Dan's such a little
Please,
shit.
give them to me.
Dan's such a piece of shit.
I love him. It's okay. He's perfect.
He's wonderful. Anyway, that's it. He just wanted to have that a little. He gets some closure.
He deserves it.
Mm.
Do we have plans for the next couple days at Makkoryn, or do we want to just say casual downtime, time skip through that? Up to y'all.
I don't have plans. I don't have any specific
That's all my
direction that we're.
plans. Yeah.
I don't know where we're going
How-
story wise, so I'm just
How
kind of
long have we
perched.
been?
Could I talk to Juniper about some of the stuff that the doctor said?
Yes. Like Secrets Channel?
Maybe.
Mm, okay.
Is it my turn for a secret?
Text her for secrets?
It might be.
Is it your turn for a secret?
I've never had a secrets.
Me, back for a secret.
Have you never had a secret?
I have never had a secrets in this whole campaign
I'm so
because
sorry.
my secrets haven't popped up yet.
Your secrets haven't popped up yet. To be fair, I've thrown hints of secrets at you. They've just
You
been
have,
vague
yes.
and in front of everybody else. We've
Mhm.
had our little teehee moments in front of everybody,
Yes, we've had a lot
unbeknownst
of
to
those.
them.
Woo.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I want to talk to her about the family thing. The whole you said that, and my entire brain shut off. I hope you know.
I'm glad. That's what I
Mhm.
wanted. So Juniper, I assume like throughout the course of y'all can find time alone, or are you specifically like?
I think
Yeah.
maybe we're like outside of the house, like
Gotcha.
everybody's inside,
Yeah.
and she's like, I don't,
You
she's got
step
a
out.
horse. Maybe we're hanging out around the horse or something.
So you guys step outside. How are you broaching this topic?
I think if they're alone, I think she would just straight up be like, so went to the hospital today to talk about the knife thing.
Oh yeah, how'd that go?
He said it's something to do with family.
It's some. Does what do you mean by your family's?
It was something about how this thing is ancient magic, and sometimes since it attuned to me like kind of immediately, he was like, it's probably something to do with bloodlines.
Mm.
Like it could be traced back from ancient f***ing bloodlines, and of course,
Yeah.
it's annoying how much sense it makes. You know, like it's frustrating. I think she's
Sorry.
no, you're fine. It's very funny. I think she's doing this thing where she's like kind of trying to be like, it's annoying how I like, but she's like tense as pulled wire. Like she's trying to like make light of it and
Mhm.
failing.
So someone in your family is behind this spell?
I guess so. I mean,
Hmm.
what I do know is, if that's the only answer he's given, and this shit is old as fuck, and if it has, there ain't gonna be anything about my family in Makkoryn. Not anything that isn't what they want you to know. Anyway.
Yeah, that checks out though. Unfortunate.
What if I could just tell the others that we could just give up, like oh no, it's too ancient, too old to look into, and
From what it seems like, I don't think that any of the group is gonna push back on that decision if that's a hard line that you want to draw in the sand. I don't think anyone's gonna fight you on that. I'm sure as hell not gonna fight you on that.
oh yeah, I know you're not. I do want to know. Like every part of me is like, what the fuck? Like, why is? I'm pretty sure with everything else, I would have been told, hey, by the way,
Yeah.
There's a cryptic ass death knife.
Yeah. Is it worth it to you to try and?
I don't f***ing know. I don't. Mm-mm. I think she's got face in her hands. Face in her
Oh.
hands, just like.
And Juniper's will like put her arm around you, not like, not like trying to get you to look up, but just making her presence known and getting close. And it's like, well, listen, you don't have to decide right now. Knife's not going anywhere. If you can wait, you can find something else to do now. Put the knife on the back burner. Come back to it later. This is not a life or death situation. It's just a knife.
Yeah, it's just enough.
Not that I wouldn't love to find something shady in your family history that would bring those bastards down. Because trust me, I would.
Trust me, there's plenty in there. It's just a matter of getting people to believe you. Which they won't.
One day.
I think that might be it. I think that might be
Cute.
Cute.
Okay.
Yeah, you said family, and I went. Here we go. This is also fun because the audience still has no fucking idea what I'm talking about.
I forgot about that until like halfway through that conversation, and I was like, "Wait."
The audience doesn't know. Yeah, the audience has no idea what's going on, and I find that hilarious. Theorize, you fools! Hello.
Hey. Welcome back. That seems like a good
back.
place to end that episode.
Yay!
So,
Yay!
not that y'all didn't see the note that we end on, but just trust me, it's a good one.
Okay.
Smiles.
All right. Thank you for listening to Kent. What fucking episode are we on?
19.
19.
19. Yeah.
Can I say in the episode, guys? By the way.
Yes. Tell them. You
By
gotta
the
tell
way,
them.
we technically did this session already.
But it went much poorly than this
It
one.
went so
It was
bad.
So
We all lost our
incoherent.
funny
It was
bones.
incoherent.
There was a really long bit about Christian Borle and the eBay ad that he did.
That wasn't funny.
It wasn't funny.
The only thing that you missed was gay baking, and even that.
Half of us were sick, half of us were exhausted. Jamie was overstimulated. It was not a good time.
It was not a good episode. It was not a good episode.
Listen, chat. All you need to do is you just need to go to YouTube and you need to look up Christian Ball eBay ad, and that's the only thing you
That's
really
it.
missed, and like a bit of gay
That's all you
baking
got out
is
of that
about it.
episode.
Yeah, but that's not
Yeah.
content, so we're like, no, we're not gonna do that. So
I don't have my little sticky note of the things that I need to say in the outro anymore because I moved. It's not there. If you're listening on Spotify, follow, leave a review, comment. That's a thing that you can do on Spotify.
You can comment on Spotify now.
Yeah, you can comment on
I always
Spotify now,
forget
and I
that.
look at them sometimes.
/threat, and I look at them.
I will see
I
that.
do forget, but when I remember, I do look at them. If you're listening on YouTube, subscribe, hit the bell to get notifications when we post with our inconsistent upload schedule. With my inconsistent upload, I'm not blaming y'all. With my inconsistent upload
It's
schedule,
been really consistent. We just took a week off.
we just
Yeah.
took
The rest
so
of the time
true.
it's consistent.
So true. But yeah, bye.
Bye.
Bye.